When you go through tremendous trauma, stress, environmentally facing hazardous, somehow accelerates this process of aging where methylation happens at all the chromosome level. That means faster the aging. When my son was 4-year-old, he wanted to look like me. He wanted to age faster. Now, he's aged, he's in his 30s. Now he wants to look younger. To me, we unfortunately mix aging with becoming wiser or evolving with our consciousness. But such things really do not happen with most human beings. I would say 99% of human beings, we simply age. We hardly evolve. Watch a banyan tree or a sequoia tree or oak tree. As they age, they become grander and grander. They become magnanimous. What about human? There are two categories. Those who have such a beautiful smile, they melt your heart away when they get older. It's as a result of graceful aging. There's opposite to it as well, disgraceful aging. What is disgraceful aging? Life led with guilt. Things that I could have said my father or my mother when they were dying, they're no longer there. Whom shall I express my sorrow now? Life led with confidence, with mutual trust and respect, with love towards family members and friends, entertaining no jealousy, etc. I think it's a graceful way of leading a life. Per contra, a joyful heart, loving heart, compassionate heart, kind heart, generous heart, they seem to radiate joy all around them, see. They don't have to speak a word, but their very presence conveys significant message. Somehow these attitudes of generosity, kindness, compassionate heart, love, it creates a different sort of physiology within our body. We have two ways of expressing age. One way is biological age. Another way is our calendar age. Was it graceful? Was it disgraceful? Based on that, you will be able to see the aging pattern, especially the biological aging. Person at 50 may look like he's 40 or 30. It reflects how he has carried out his life, how he has suffered in his life, or how he has enjoyed his life without any guilt. It is found through scientific discoveries now that the most changes that occur at the epigenetic level, when you go through tremendous trauma, stress, environmentally facing hazardous, somehow accelerates this process of aging where methylation happens at all the chromosome level. That means faster the aging. Generous hearts, compassionate hearts, loving hearts, rate of methylation will be less. Also, there is a thing like what we call in chromosomes, telomere. One can safely say that meditation or well-done meditation can help us increase the length of telomere and decrease the rate of methylation. Eat with right attitude, good exercise, meditate well. All this can help us not only retarding the aging process but also help us reverse the aging process. In day-to-day life, short temperament, anger, doubting, jealousy, these are few things. Or some people who are saintly and say, oh, today I didn't light the lamp, or I didn't do the namaskar in front of a statue. That's the worst thing we may have done, perhaps. It's nothing such a big. Even when people do worship, they offer prayer. But if you are not aware of that prayer itself, it becomes hollow. It becomes meaningless. When you say, oh my God, you are this, you are that, but you are just praising God. Do you think He's a politician that He'll be, pleased with your praises? You are Sarvagyapi, Sarvagyanam, all these mantras are being chanted away. Whom are you fooling? You don't even understand the meaning of what you're expressing. So full awareness should be there with our actions. When I have done something wrong, are you really aware of the wrongness of that act? Then something might happen. You might feel, okay, I'm so weak to overcome this. But then help is always there. Seek the help of either your guide or God. And at bedtime, cry your hearts out, say, my Lord, I need your help. That's all. You have to say only this much, and the help will come. Rather, even before you finish the sentence, it will come. But it should be heartfelt, see. Otherwise, it will not come. Do you really want to get rid of your weaknesses? Do you really? Then it will happen. This morning, yesterday, I was giving a talk, and one idea came up that if you have to do a business and you have to choose a partner, business partner, would you choose a partner exactly like yourself? Your thoughts, your attitude, your weaknesses, the way you cheat, the way you speak lies. Would you have similar partner for you? Or you might get scared and say, not me again, see, I have to do business with myself. Or in a relationship, would you fall in love with a person exactly like yourself? You might run away, say, again yourself, with so much of weakness. So what do we do with ourselves? That's the problem. So not with the partner. Problem is with us. How do I change myself? And when I change, world may not change, but existence will somehow resonate with us and help will come. You might start a business with someone because he has so much of money or etc. But then you are paying a big price. Not that all rich people are bad. There are good people also, good and rich. But that's what the aim is. We want to be spiritual as well as materially very successful. Many people say, I don't want to make money. I want to just retire in mountains or go away into jungle. Many good people did that in the past. They become ascetic, they become sannyasis, and they forget the world. That's why India is what it is today. Imagine all good people running into jungle. Today I was inquiring the meaning of this area called Bansankari or Banasankari. So my friend was telling it means Parvati who dwells in forest. I said, all good people are dwelling only in forests. What will happen to the world? Terrorists will take over. Bad people will take over. So if good-hearted persons are there, they can also run a business, they can also be spiritually very successful. It's a win-win situation. And it is possible. Being guided by your heart, I don't think anything greater than that can happen. When your heart is guiding you, and you are at every step taking the help of the heart. Even if you fail, there will be some joy in it because you have done what your heart has spoken. When we have done against the heart, and even if you are successful, listen to your heart, what it says then. Say, you goofed off, you stupid fellow. You are successful, but the means you applied were not okayed by your heart. So weaknesses, though all of us have them, become aware of them and offer a simple prayer. Imagine a person who is so egoistic. He says, I'm the best. Can you talk with him? It's difficult to chit-chat with such people. Ego stops it. Some people, the way they talk, the way they even walk, or the way they also look at each other, you feel as if you are being confronted by such a presence. And such people's presence is so intimidating, you'll feel like running away from them. While there are some individuals, we like to go and be with them again and again. See, there's so much of flow between two individuals. That says a lot about such people. Ego, people say it's your enemy. It can become your enemy. It can be your best friend too. At least for myself, I can say, how can I refine my ego? I cannot destroy my ego because it is all related to my existence, right? Let us say, I often give this example of a flute player, and if I'm able to play raga very well on a flute. Let's see if I have tonight this performance. on a Gachibowli stadium and there are 50,000 people, and I'm playing a raga, and everyone is in silence and people are clapping away with a standing ovation at the end of it, you feel good. It pampers your ego very well, see. Nothing wrong with it. You did your best. Next day we have another performance and you chose to play the same raga. Would you be happy with yesterday's performance? You won't be happy. You like to do better than yesterday, personally for yourself. That gives tremendous satisfaction. So the ego will guide you, okay, yes, I can do better than yesterday. This is for my personal growth, for my personal improvement, that I can do better. So ego can be utilized for our betterment. But to think that in the entire Hyderabad, there is nobody better than me as a flute player, all are useless, I am the best, this is arrogance. That is not a good part of the ego. And the fact that I can do very well and makes you happy, it's a pride. Garva abhiman, say, hame garv hai, say. So it is, there are many layers of this ego. Suppose if I say, you are not walking properly, Hari, don't you know how to walk? Okay, this is just a statement to a friend. But next day I say, look, your nose is not right. Again you are attacking, trying to hurt person with an ego. Third day you may do, you are so foolish. You look like a stupid parent. Now, which will hurt you the most? Walking, nose, or the statement, stupid, no? Now, why it hurts you so much? Because the identification myself with my walking style is not so much. Or my identification with the nose is not so much. But identification with my intelligence is deeply rooted in me. And anybody attacks this closest identification of myself, it hurts like hell. Consciousness on its own cannot evolve. But that is the thing that must evolve. It's like, can I exercise my liver? We have seen that manas, buddhi and ahankar can evolve provided I do meditation, I do cleaning, and I offer my prayers. And I remain constantly active in maintaining my meditative state. Enough for the evolution of these three. I can exercise my legs, I can walk, I can jog, I can lift weights and build my muscles. But what about my liver? So the indirect effect is there. So if I jog well, if I eat well, if I do physical exercises in proper balance, then liver will also get enough of exercise, but indirect exercise. Likewise, consciousness cannot be influenced directly, but indirectly. When my thinking is evolving, my intellect is evolving, my ego is evolving, then automatically consciousness is also influenced. I like to give this example. You are in your bedroom having an argument with your wife, and suddenly your little baby comes up in the bedroom, opens the door, and you are heated up so badly. Would you continue on the same track of argument? You'll have to suddenly take a break and hold off and start smiling, and the baby is here. Some people will ignore it and go on fighting. See? That reflects the level of consciousness. You can indirectly understand a person's evolution just indirectly by how they display themselves, you see, how they are able to control their speech, control their behavior, control all that they do with attitudes. So the person who is able to stop abruptly, or let me give another example. There are few varieties of people in the world. Some people, when they do wrong thing, even after they have done the wrong thing and they see the consequences, they don't recognize those consequences. They say, हमने तो कुछ गलत ही नहीं किया, आपको दिखाई, मुझे नहीं दिखाई रहा. I don't see anything wrong that I have done. But the whole world says that. Little better people than these foolish guys, they'll understand, oh, I did this mistake. But after the event, better ones than them, while they are doing wrong things, they will say, oh, I am doing this wrong thing. The wisest of the lot, even before doing the wrong thing, they will know, this is not right that I am going to do, so I must stop it. But there too, there is a category. They know it is wrong and yet they do it. And there are people who see it as wrong and stop doing it. So you can see the reflection of evolved consciousness or not such an evolved consciousness, even in mundane things like this. So meditation by and large is only for this, how we evolve our consciousness, and when it is the best, the most refined, which is akin to godly consciousness, then you can say, I have reached home. There is total peace. There is no lack in me anymore. You will feel contented.